not realize this, being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that.
Incoming! Watch out, Cap!
Come out!
We're done here. Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
Out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face the intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker being a dumbass alternative.
What? Everyone... Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time, I tell you. I'm up to my neck in Marauders in here, which, by the by, they were supposed to prevent. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double. They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be up. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again. Too many. considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep... Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broad...
Hey, that's impressive.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready. C3's entering through the main doors as we speak. About damn time.
Light 'em on fire, ladies and gents!
Huh? What was that?
What was that?
Watch out!
Fine bounty.
All right. You're back.
Stay down, miscreant. Waste of company ammo. Right,
That's odd. Better take
Here
a
they
look.
come!
Thank you, please! Stay down, miscreant. Hey!
That's the last of them, I think.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on in.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine... And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place. Oh no, my business is in trade. Not owing other... This ought to square our debt. One hefty... Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Ah yes, our little chat on the intercom. You're looking... Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to rush me. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I've...
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Exactly what I was thinking. They heard us all, which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly. Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements out. Graham Bryant and the iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting philosophist ramblings on... Graham and his icon... You do that, I'll... Luck be with you. Oh, great.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this...
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your month. Tug on my heartstring. Look.
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their spacers. These are the coordinates for the out... Is that a trick question? Of course, I could offer you a Well, how low? Sure.
For me.
Great work.
Oh, I always wanted to poke through a high-gain wireless. They only got one on Terra 2, you know. up in Byzantium.
To be honest, I'm surprised it's still standing. Every time I set foot inside, I half expect the tower to fall over.
Ha!
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Sure, Cap! Here we go! Don't mess with us! I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out! Be ready, Captain! That's the last of them.
It's not the best choice. It's Mace's choice.
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, Nyoka. I'm so sorry.
elevator. They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. I'd to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth. Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen up. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a... That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we?
Not today. Destination reached. Scylla.
On standby. Hey, Josh. I've been thinking.
What was that?
Everyone all right?
Going to be okay. You got this.
Queen ain't gonna go down easy. What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Mono. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get... Password to the door is... Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool. Fucking...
I have received a transmission from Roseway from a Dr. Shaw. Oh. Welcome back, Cap. I have
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, I'll keep this short lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value. Now, how does this blasted thing...
The transmission is... Goodbye. We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to... Well, spit and sulfur. Mr. Sanjar keeps me posted at this landing pad, so Still, you're here now, and that means I finally get to do this part. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay. Aww. Oh, please. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, we don't get ship traffic and thank the stars. Oh, but that's all outside. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty... Oh. I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Signed by the... Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check... Thanks a bunch.
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix. And it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hull, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about those. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to get spacers lung.
Whew. Here we go. I haven't said. Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here... We hauled in steel. Hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was more like attached at the hip to her older sister. Got a kind of strength between them. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be my... Clara, Hayes... Me too, Captain. But now let's get to shooting before I...
Watch out!
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the... That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone. Captain. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's...